Hello, it's Marcus here from TEW and Beyond, and we will start to address the Beyond today with a question. Who in the WWF or former WCW wrestlers who are still active who you expect to see return at a Royal Rumble but never have done? That's what we'll bring about today, and my thought is, and it kept me awake yesterday when I couldn't sleep, why has Ken Shamrock never returned at a Royal Rumble? So he was one of the biggest stars in 97, 98, had a really great feud with The Rock, Intercontinental Champion. Of course, he had the hiatus in 99. He went off and was really in the upswing of the UFC when that was becoming popular. A few super fights with Tito Ortiz, and obviously, I think he fought Kimbo Slice as well there. But this isn't about UFC, this is about TW and wrestling. So why did Ken Shamrock never reappear in the WWE? And why did he not reemerge as a one-off at a Royal Rumble? So I believe the answer may be that he has some sort of long-running feud with the head honcho in charge, who was Triple H. And it might be that the reason why we won't see him back in the WWE. Now, a couple of years back, yeah, he was in TNA. He made a return, had a bit of a run there. I think he's in his late 50s, early 60s now. But could that be a tip for 2027 if he keeps himself healthy? Would he be a guy that you would want to see in a Royal Rumble? Former Intercontinental Champion, Ken Shamrock. And the other main name who I was thinking of, what about Vampiro? I've watched a lot of WCW recently from the year 2000, and they gave him a big push right from the start there. He had the very infamous match with Sting, the Inferno match, who may or may not be set on fire, Sting, and then fell down the backdrop. Incredibly poor taste. If you think about it, it happened quite recently after the Owen Hart fall. But as it may, creative in WCW at the time, it was kind of like a point that Vampiro got over. Even though WCW was kind of circling the drain at that point, even though the booking was questionable, he was a bright spot. He was a guy that people like to see. As we know, Vampiro, he's active in Lucha Underground, and he was still in the Indies, possibly Triple A, I think, as well. So we think AAA and TNA, all these places which were, or which are, sort of having ownership or cooperation at least with WWE. Would there be a reason to bring in Vampiro? So my tip for Royal Rumble 2027, my two, hopefully, surprise entrants, Ken Shamrock and Vampiro. Not number one and number two, obviously. I'll be looking at other questions coming up in the future, but anything you want to see here on TEW and beyond, apart from the regular content covering the Portland territory from 1970. If you want to have any questions, any ideas, reach out to us at Amazingwrestlingadventures at gmail.com. And send in your questions and we will receive them here. Okay, guys, I'm going to go back to the TW and beyond.